Hey y'all, this is Dan with the Southern Paddler Channel. It is Friday about 12:30. I've taken the day off and I am paddling to my campsite. Gonna do another little camping trip, overnight camping trip. This time I'm on West Flint Creek. It's a little feeder creek to Flint, which we were on last weekend with my brother Alabama Floats and John L. McNair. So we're not far from that spot, and actually this is just, you know, a couple hundred yards from the ramp. It's not that far away. Probably hear some road noise here and there, but today is just about getting out on the water, enjoying the fall, last colors and the cool air, and like right now taking pictures. So Colton is going to get off work a little early today, so he's going to be coming out and meeting me. I thought I would go ahead and go to camp, drop some stuff off, start getting set up, gather some firewood. Then he'll be here in a couple hours and drop his stuff off. And he wants to deer hunt in the morning. This is all TVA land, so he wants to maybe this afternoon scout a little bit, find a place to deer hunt tomorrow. So we're going to do that, hopefully, if everything works out. So I'm looks like I'm at the camp spot, which is right here. Let me turn around here so you can see it. And if you remember the video, this is where Colton, Caleb, and myself camped here a year ago, I think, or two, I can't remember. But we have been here once before, so we're gonna set up there. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this intro and start getting set up for camp, and we'll check back in a little bit. This is a big tree. Little size reference. I don't know how you can tell with my camera being this close, but it is a big dude. All right, this is camp. Got my gear kind of set up there against that tree, and you can see there's a little gully, a little drainage that runs through there, so I don't want to get too far back. Not that we're expecting rain, but it's going to be, the ground's already a little wet. We had rain yesterday, but nice flat open spot here. Several trees here for Colton to choose from, because he'll be in his hammock. And that's where I think that's where he was last time. And so anyway, so I'm going to start getting set up here and do some basic setup of camp. Maybe try to gather a little bit of firewood. I brought some more of the firewood like I used on my trip last weekend. That's just really nice to have. And but still want to supplement it with some local variety. It'll be a little damp, but just dry stuff will dry it out, make it go. So anyway, gonna set up, and hopefully I'll be hearing from Colton here in a little bit. Like I said, it's probably about, it's 1 o'clock now, about 50 degrees, not too bad out. I'm warm from moving around, dragging that canoe up the bank, toting bags. But once I kind of get settled in, there's a little bit of a breeze. It'll cool off quick, but it feels good now. So I'm gonna finish that up, and we'll see what happens when Colton gets here. All right, got my tent set up. This was the first one I bought. If you remember, it was back in the summer. First time I camped in it, and you can tell without any vents in it. It does have these little vents at the top, but that's not enough for the summer. You know, you can prop them up. That's kind of cool, but yeah, without the mesh, any mesh sides on it. It does have a mesh door underneath that rain cover, but man, I burned up in that thing. So I camped in it one time, bought another one. This is the Revel camp, I believe, that I got off Amazon. The other one was a Kloss Nature, and it had the mesh sides, and it definitely was more ventilation and better. But anyway, got it set up, got my sleeping gear in there, deal with that later. So there's my other stuff there. It is 1:34. Not bad, you know. Put in at, what I say, 12:30. Got here about 1. Got this set up, had to make a few calls, answer a few messages. So anyway, 30 minutes to get the temp set up, and now I'm about to gather some firewood. Got to get my gloves. Always try to remember to bring leather gloves for just picking up, you know, icky wood and dealing with the fire, not burning my hands. So going to dig my leather gloves out and start gathering up some firewood, even though I've got the here's the firewood that I bought. So I got 3 bundles of that, but that stuff will go quick. So like I said, definitely look, there's a whole bunch of stuff over there. You can see yeah, just right in there. I'll probably have to hack on that a little bit. I've got a folding saw, a folding bow saw, and a hatchet, and lopping shears that will pinch off limbs up to 3 inches in diameter. So good stuff. Should have it covered. So I'm gonna do my little Paul Bunyan thing, and I'll be back in a little bit. All right, there we go. That'll last just a little while. All right, it's about 2:45. Colton is on his way to the ramp, so I'm paddling back there to going to meet him there. Don't really have to. He's got, I think, space to on his kayak to bring whatever he needs, but got nothing else to do. And it's not a short paddle, but he wants to scout out a spot that he wants to hunt tomorrow. So we may do that while we're out before going back to camp, or he may want to come to camp and then you know, and then go back and scout later. I don't know. We'll just have to see what he wants to do. Sure is pretty out here. So anyway, I'm just going to paddle on up to this ramp. I got my camp set up, I got the firewood cut, and just everything's done. Just going to hang out and like I said, see what he wants to do. And once we figure that out, we'll check back in. Are you getting through?
Yeah, I just gotta break something real quick. Well, I tried.
What do you think?
I think I about lost a boot.
Get buried up in some muck, huh?
About to you.
Whew. Not good.
Nope.
Find a place to hunt?
I did.
Nice.
Thank you. There's a, right on the edge of it, there's this tree that if I have to my back, I can hunt that away, hunt that area right there, and hunt this little area right here that's looks like a kind of open game trail area.
Yeah, cool. Excellent.
Yep.
All right, we got our campfire going, and we got our grill just now started up. Letting them charcoals get heated, so it is a little after 5. Almost pitch black. Thank you, lack of daylight savings times. So anyway, Colton's over there. Let me put it on high beam here. There you go. There's Colton getting the sleep system ready. So we're just going to let these fires go a little bit. It feels good to be sitting next to the fire. Let's see, it is 54. How about that? Maybe it is 54. All right, we're gonna get supper going here in a little bit. All right, got us a couple of burgers, a couple of brats. I can do it without getting my shadow there. It's cooking up a little slow. This grill is nice. You know, it kind of folds up flat, but it's you can see how I've had to dig out. It always has the meat too high off the coals. It just don't cook good, especially with all this space around it. They just didn't get enough heat on the food, especially with that height. So yeah, I've got some other stuff on order. I'm looking at some different grill options. Got our fire going pretty good. We got a mix of, I brought 3 bundles of the, let me turn this off. Yep, 3 bundles of the firewood from Lowe's, like I did on last trip, mixed with there were some sticks and small logs laying around here that I cut up earlier. They're a little damp, but they're dry, but they're just damp, I think, from rain and maybe floods. But yeah, got our fire going good. That feels good. And our burgers are getting close and brought, so we're gonna have us a supper here in a little bit, and then we'll see what comes next. All right. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. It's about 6 a.m. It is 27 degrees and it feels like it. You can see I've got a little fire going already, getting it started. Went through most of the firewood that I cut that was around here at the campsite yesterday. So probably, and I brought some with me that I bought firewood. But still, I don't want to go through it too quick, so I want to rustle up some firewood here, get this fire going, get some heat going, kind of knock this 27 degrees back a little bit. Then once I get some heat, I'll think about coffee and breakfast. But Colton's off deer hunting. He did get up and leave this morning, so he's gone. So we'll see how he does this morning, and we'll check back in a little bit. Got my first cup of coffee made. Sun isn't quite up yet, but it's almost up. Pretty light out. Got my fire going pretty good there, and got a few more sticks to put on while I eat. That'll get me through breakfast. I just want to be warm through breakfast, and I can get some more firewood later. Sometime around midday we'll be heading back, but for right now I'm just going to fix me some breakfast. I already got my water heating up for my Mountain House breakfast skillet, one of my favorites. Their biscuits and gravy is pretty good too, probably a close second, but I like that breakfast skillet better. So anyway, just going to fix my breakfast, enjoy my coffee here, and this fire is nice and toasty, and so just enjoy this beautiful fall day, and we'll see what happens next. Hey y'all, it's about 9 o'clock. It is a scorching 47 degrees, which feels good because when I woke up it was 27 degrees. So we've climbed 20 degrees in about 3 hours. So I'm digging it. But I got me a good fire going here. Joker's cranking out some BTUs, so I'm nice and toasty by this thing. Then got me a little cup of coffee. Got me a little cup of coffee going. Probably like my third one this morning. But anyway, I'm just going to enjoy this cup of coffee, my last one. See behind me, I got my tent site all cleaned up and packed up. So that's those 3 bags right there are my tent sleep stuff, and then That's, you know, cooked food, miscellaneous by the tree there. So I'll remainder of my stuff will go in there. Messaged Colton a couple times early this morning. He is at the campsite hunting. Hadn't seen anything yet other than some beavers and ducks. But so I'll just wait and hear from him hopefully here in a little bit. So I'm just going to sit here and chill a little bit, and we'll check back in a little bit. Sorry, Colton's having to sit in the smoke because he was in the shadow and I couldn't see him on the camera. So, all right, how was hunting this morning?
I didn't see anything.
Didn't see anything. So, well, okay, you didn't see any deer.
Didn't see any deer
You
yet.
saw a beaver and some ducks, right? Was it ducks that you sent a picture of, or was that? I thought it was.
Two ducks.
Two ducks, yeah. All right. Well, it's been a beautiful morning, though, hadn't it?
It was.
Really nice out, like you said. Did I tell you what the low was this morning?
No, you didn't. What was it?
27. Whew. At 6 a.m. it was 27 degrees. They were only calling for about 36 or so. They missed it, but anyway. But Colton's back. We got us some cheeseburgers. Look at that goodness right there, man. We are about to chow down. Just got through grilling, and that pile is all coals. It's putting out some serious heat, so we got to start letting it die down, because as soon as we get through eating, as soon as we're done eating, we're going to pack up. I already got my tent put up, but we're going to put everything else up. Colton's got to break down. We got to put out the fire, so we're going to enjoy us a little cheeseburger here, and then clean up our campsite and get loaded up. So we'll talk to you after lunch. All right, there's our campsite cleaned up. Here's our gear stacked on at the edge of typically the bank in the summertime. You see a little drop there. That's what the water normally comes up to, but wintertime it's down, way down. So we dropped it here because that's all mud. It's yucky. So instead of making a lot of trips in and out of the mud and getting a bunch of leaves stuck to it up here, we're just gonna load it from here and paddle back to the truck. So, Colton, what do you think?
Pretty uneventful trip, I'd say.
Probably good in a lot of senses.
A lot better than having a thunderstorm right over us.
Yep, or somebody flipping their boat. Of course, we're not back at the ramp yet, so maybe I won't jinx us. But yeah, it's been a pretty good trip. Like Colton said, uneventful. That's good. It's been pretty relaxing. He's done some deer hunting this morning. I've just been relaxing here at camp, and so we're just had us some lunch, and we're going to paddle back to the truck and trucks, load up and head out. So it's been a good trip. It's been a nice little overnight camp. We're on West Flint Creek, which is a feeder into Flint Creek, very near the boat ramp on Highway 31. It's all TVA land. So thank you, TVA, for making this land available for us to hunt and camp. We've heard a lot of other people hunting. Actually had a hunter walk through our camp this morning. Talked to him a few minutes. So a lot of people enjoying these public lands, so we definitely appreciate that. Thank you, TVA. And anyway, so we're gonna load up, head on back, and see y'all on the next adventure.